So if you showed me documented evidence that said Ivy West was a part of the opposition, I would say thank you, Anthony, because that helps me understand who my enemies are. But you haven't, and you don't. That's the problem. You make statements such as the one you made about me, that I'm untrustworthy, and you don't have any back it up, man.
Len, if Ivy West is your enemy, you hired him.
Anthony, I don't know that at this point, because you know what? When you came out and attacked Ivy West, I was like blown out that Ivy West didn't defend herself. So I don't really know where Ivy West is at this point, quite frankly.
And also, if you look at the video, anybody can go to your aircraft.org video and look up the video called Let the Truth Be Told. He has a video, Hilder has a video he made of me. If you look underneath that video, you'll see the writings of Timothy Patrick White. Timothy Patrick White is a predicate felon who has also been busted for child pornography and a slew of other crimes.
I don't know Mr. White.
Okay. He lists with Mr. White, and because Mr. Gunderson, when this whole thing came up involving me in this 2007 claim that I was a Knight of Malta, it was done to discredit me by colleagues of yours that CC'd you and brought you into the discussion along with Mr. White and Mr.
Listen, have I ever said that you were a member of the Knights of Malta?
I don't know whether you have, but I know your colleagues, including Mr. Gunderson,
you're making an accusation. Yes. Have I ever said that you were a member of the Knights of Malta?
Your best friend Gunderson did, though. Your best friend Gunderson did. You don't have to say it if all of your friends are attacking us. Obviously, you never defended him. You never defended Len. You never once came forward and wrote a statement in defense of Len. The only person that ever did that, Mr. Hilder, was me.
This is crazy.
I'm the only person that ever came forward and did that. I saved Dr. Horowitz's life. You had no part of that. As a matter of fact,
listen, if you'd like to hear me, dear, just stop for one moment and listen. I never said that your man friend, Dr. Horowitz, was a member of the Knights of Malta. I never said that. I don't know whether he was, he is, or he intends to be. I know none of that. And I never said it. And you're saying, well, because a friend of mine said something, I'm not responsible for everything that my friends say. Nor should my friends be responsible for anything that I say. I never said I was a member of the Council on Foreign Relations Central Intelligence Agency. Never. I never told that to Len. Len is lying.
Tell Robert Cassar and others who know you very well as friends in the old days where you told us that was your truth. Now, again, I'm pretty naive about people, and that's the reality.
That's a friend of mine.
That's my weakness, is that I trust people. And I trusted you on your word, which was simply that you had a bullet hole in your chest, and that came from your service with CIA, and that you felt betrayed by the agency.
I never said... I
told me that was your story that introduced me.
Listen, I was shot in Koreatown. I was shot going into my house. There's 4 fellows waiting for me across the street. I know none of their names. I just know that there was 4 men waiting for my arrival or my exit out of the house in Koreatown, at that which time I was shot.
Did you file a police report, Mr. Hilder? Is there a police report that we can see why you were shot? It would be documented at the time.
Well, I'm sure that you can go to the police department and find out. Why would you claim... At the time I was shot, I was brought over to Cedars of Sinai.
Anthony, why, if that's the case, and you now are saying you don't know whether it was CIA or not, or engaged in the CIA service...
I don't know whether I was shot by agents of the CIA, but I'm certainly not a member of the CIA, nor did I shoot myself.
Well,
I was shot below the heart. I have a bullet in my body right now.
Why did you associate that with your service to the CIA when I met you, and why you discussed that with Robert?
I never said that I was a member of the CIA. I would have to be crazy to tell you that if I was in the CIA
and others.
And then you denied on the panel.
If I was in the CIA, I certainly wouldn't have told you about it.
Okay, and then you denied on the panel. You denied on the panel.
No, that's not the case. Is honestly, if you were a member of the CIA at one point, and then you said what you said, which was, I had a falling out with the agency, I no longer trust them, and I'm working independently as a filmmaker, and then you had told me that to have me respect you and honor you, which I did. That is the perfect way to infiltrate into my heart and into the other people's hearts who are trying to make a difference in the Patriot movement and in the truth movement.
Well, first of all, I never told you, Lynn, I never told you that I was a member of the Central Intelligence Agency, an agency which I despise. I never did. That's a complete and total lie.
And then you lied again. And you lied on the panel and said you didn't have a bullet wound on your chest. I have that on tape, Hilder. I have it on tape.
Yes, please stop the overlap. Please stop the overlapping dialogue, guys.
I have it on tape that you said that you don't have a bullet hole in your chest when you were confronted with it. You said, no, I don't have any bullet hole in my chest. Now you're saying that you have a bullet hole in your chest, and you're changing your story on how you got it.
No, listen, if anybody's listening to this show, they can play this thing back. I didn't say I had a bullet hole in my chest.
No, you did say it at the conference. In fact, you said that you want me to put my shirt and show you.
Lynn, here's what I said.
You said, I don't have a bullet hole in my chest. I can lift up my shirt now and show you.
Listen, you guys are on some sort of wacko drug, or I don't know what's wrong.
Oh, come on, Anthony. Stay with the program here instead of the slander.
Howard, we'll be happy to show you tape of where Mr. Hilder actually said he doesn't have a bullet hole.
You're trying to co-opt Howard's program. That's what you're doing.
No, we're trying to get the truth out of what's happening, how the Illuminati's working with the grassroots levels to control
I've got a bullet. Insofar as the bullet hole, you said I got a bullet hole in my chest. I don't have a bullet hole in my chest. I was hit below my heart.
You have a bullet that went through your chest. You have a hole in your chest.
In your body.
No, I didn't say I had the bullet hole in my chest. I said I was
a bullet in your body,
you
said, and it left the mark.
If you shut up for 1 second, I'll tell you what I said. You're going to tell me what I said. You're not going to tell me what I said. I know what I said, and I know what you said, and it's a lie. I was hit through the arm. Hit through the arm. It deflected the bullet. It went below my heart, and the bullet is still in me. And I don't know whether it's it looks like a 32, according to the X-rays, but I have been shot. I have been hit, and whoever shot me intended to kill me. I will assure you that. And there's 4 people waiting for me. Obviously, they felt I was some sort of problem. Obviously, they felt that the information that I was giving was something that should not be told to the world. I produced the Illuminati CFR records in 1967. I don't know when you became involved in this, Lynn. I don't know when you became involved in this, but it certainly wasn't when I became involved in it. I am the first individual in the world to put the expose of the Illuminati on recorded tape. Obviously, some people who are against the people of the world and who are in favor of the Illuminati did not want that information out.
Here's another thing. On the chemtrails site that you have that video posted about me slandering and libeling me because I exposed you and your buddies. Under there, you have the writings of Timothy Patrick White, which is really wild that you say you're not associated with him, because anybody that tries to post anything positive about me on that site is removed. Any comments that are removed, if they're posted and they're positive about me, they're all removed. The only people that you have that are allowed to post on that site are people that we have exposed as part of the COINTELPRO group of of people that have been attacking us. So you allow the same group
Believe it or
people-
not, I don't, even though I have several sites, not just one, I've got 6. But on any of the 6, I don't control what information goes on there.
Okay.
Somebody
Somebody does that works with you, because every time anybody tries to post a comment about me on there, that's a positive comment, it
Frankly,
gets deleted.
Sherry, I don't give a damn about you. I don't care about you.
Anthony,
I never have reason to talk about you.
When you made a video about me.
What?
Anthony, you filmed me several times.
There was an attack video launched by you guys against me.
Excuse me. The first thing that we wanted to do...
And whatever I have on my site is in response. I sat down in front of a camera and responded to the attack upon me.
Okay. Anthony, the reality is that you filmed me 3 times, and you wanted to film me a 4th time on the chemtrail matter, on the chemtrail issues, because of my book, Death in the Air. The reality is that you really didn't need any more filming of me, and you could have somewhere on that site, if you supported me and you appreciated our friendship and what I gave to you from my heart for we the people, all the information that I had about the chemtrails, you should have or would have, if you were my friend and wanted to do the public service, a video of me, but instead, you have Timothy Patrick White and others who slander and libel Sherry Kane, and you have a video that is absolutely discrediting of you. It discredits you to have you go on and have a talking head.
First of all, you just said another lie. Lynn, you just said another lie. You said I have Timothy Patrick White on film.
No, I didn't. I said it's in writing. Sherry Kane stated that Timothy Patrick White's posting under the video is there and it's real. This is a predicate felon. He is well known to be a cross-dresser, which, by the way, J. Edgar Hoover, now it's all over, it's public knowledge, was a cross-dresser, heavily involved in some very, very bizarre behaviors, including, it appears to be, this whole pedophile issue that he was involved in with all those, like Franklin cover-up cronies involved in Washington, Capitol Hill, and elsewhere. The judges, the lawyers that he held all of this files on and blackmailed and kept in line, these guys were involved in this child sex trafficking arena. Ted Gunderson and their friend was involved in.
I do not know, have never met, or ever spoke to J. Edgar Hoover. My friend, my very close friend for 35 years, Ted L. Gunderson, spoke to, worked for, and with J. Edgar Hoover. He told me, insofar as the best, that Ted at one time said that look, I'm a fairly good-looking guy. Ted, that J. Edgar Hoover never made any pass against me, and I believe him. As it turns out, Ted Gunderson was poisoned with arsenic poisoning and died. There's no one I know on the planet Earth that hated Ted Gunderson as much as both of you guys. And the agency that he worked for, at one time the FBI, was working against him, as was the Central Intelligence Agency. Now, I'm certainly not accusing you of being involved with anybody that poisoned Ted Gunderson and brought about his death. I don't know that. And I'm not going to state that. So, I know that you have a concerted, heavy program that has been launched against Ted L. Gunderson, former head of the FBI in Los Angeles, Dallas, and Memphis, and myself. And Ted just spoke out against the pedophiles. He spoke out against people who have waged war against the United States. And I know that Ted is, was, and shall forever, in my mind, be one of the greatest retired lawmen in the history of the United States of America. You speak out against Alex Jones. You speak out against me, and you speak out against Ted Gunderson. And